Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, grade 9th, subject biology. As we have started unit number 3 and chapter number 7, that is bioenergetics. So this is second part of video. Let's start. In this part we will learn about some important other component of the bioenergetics. So we will learn about the respiration. As in previous video we have studied about the photosynthesis, that is also important component of the bioenergetics. So let's see its definition. This is an energy yielding process. Means in this process foodstuff, the carbon and hydrogen bonds in the foodstuff are broken down in presence of oxygen for the energy purpose, and carbon dioxide and water molecules are produced. So this is an energy yielding process. This depends upon the availability of oxygen. So it has main two types. First one is aerobic respiration and the second one is anaerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration take place in presence of oxygen and anaerobic respiration take place in absence of oxygen. So let's see one by one. Aerobic respiration. There is complete oxidation of glucose with maximum release of energy. Means in this process complete oxidation and complete and maximum release of energy is involved. The glucose, that is one of the important fuel of cell for the utilization of energy. There is complete oxidation of glucose in this process. So let's see its equation. This is the glucose molecule C6H12O6 and it is oxidized in the presence of oxygen, carbon dioxide and water molecules are formed along with energy. This is the overall equation of the aerobic respiration. We will also learn the complete mechanism of aerobic respiration in next slide. Let's see the second type, that is anaerobic respiration. It takes place in absence of oxygen. There is no availability of oxygen. So its first type is alcoholic fermentation, in which the pyruvic acid is converted into ethyl alcohol. Actually in aerobic respiration there is complete oxidation, and in anaerobic there is no oxygen, so complete oxidation is not take place and carbon dioxide and water is not formed, other products are formed. So in this alcoholic fermentation pyruvic acid is converted into ethyl alcohol and carbon dioxide. Next type is lactic acid fermentation. As name show, in this lactic acid is formed. So in this process pyruvic acid is converted into lactic acid. So these are two types of anaerobic respiration. Now we will learn about the mechanism of respiration. The process of respiration involves complex series of reactions. So it is divided into three main stages. The first one is glycolysis, the second one is Krebs cycle, and the third one is electron transport chain. In glycolysis, there is a breakdown of glucose molecule into pyruvic acid molecules. Means in glycolysis, glyco from glucose and lysis mean breakdown, glucose is converted into pyruvic acid along with two energy molecules, that is ATP, adenosine triphosphate, and NADH. Next, the pyruvic acid is completely oxidized into Krebs cycle and converted into carbon dioxide molecule. Along with carbon dioxide molecule, ATP and NADH and FADH2 molecules are formed. This is the second step of respiration. The final and last step is electron transport chain. In this, water molecule and ATP is formed. This is the overall mechanism of respiration, that it has three main stages: glycolysis, Krebs cycle, and electron transport chain. Let's see the key points for the respiration. This is a catabolic process. Means in this process the larger molecule, that is glucose molecule, is broken down into smaller molecules. Catabolism is the process in which larger molecule is broken down into smaller molecules. Then the second point, in this process bond energy is converted into chemical energy, that is ATP, adenosine triphosphate. Then It occurs in all organisms, and the site of occurrence in cytoplasm and mitochondria. In cytoplasm, there is the glucose process glycolysis, and in mitochondria, the Krebs cycle and electron transport chain occurs. Then the last point is time of occurrence. All the times we need energy, so there is the process of respiration all the time. These are the main key points for the respiration. This is the overall main component of bioenergetics. So this is intro of chapter number 7.